Who knows about Burrow? Here is the rookie, Krosky Merritt, touchdown.
Yo, what's happening, everybody, man? It's your boy, Ricky Dose, your main man, the man with the plan, bro. I'm finally back. It's been a minute. This LIB Media. I've not dropped the video in a long time. We do apologize about that. Have not had a chance, had a lot of family stuff going on. Man, I've just been busy. Man, as you can see, look a little crazy right now, but I really just wanted to make a video because like I say, I had a lot of family stuff going on. Long story short, me personally, I extended my family, so y'all should know what that means. But either way, yeah, man. So NFL preseason is back, and so LIB Media is back, as y'all know. On as far as LIB Media, I would say as a whole, football is probably our favorite sport. You know, we talk about all sports on here, and I think probably pound for pound, football is probably our favorite sport. So with the NFL preseason coming back, your boy was super excited. I can't wait to get Cheese back on here. He was super excited, but also he has a lot of life stuff going on as well. So either way, I'm here to make this happen. With that being said, I wanted to pose the question to everybody. Does anybody watch NFL preseason? That's the question. Like, do you watch NFL preseason? If you do, I'm interested to know in the comments why you watch NFL preseason. Are you just a football fan, so you watch any kind of football, whether that's high school, college, NFL? You know, you got some people who are just college football fans, of course. You know, which I get. The atmosphere in college is crazy. If you've ever been to a college football game, NFL is a different kind of atmosphere. It also can be crazy depending on, you know, the game that you ended up catching. High school football, for those that actually, you know, played high school football, if you got the chance to play. Me, as y'all can see, still got my high school football pictures up there behind me, of course. Loved playing high school football. That was fun. So I'm always rooting for my high school team as well. But I just kind of thought about that to myself, like NFL preseason, why do people watch it? And I just kind of want to give y'all what I kind of look for in NFL preseason and why I watch it. NFL preseason gives me a great chance, and let me put it like this, kind of like phrase it in this manner. These are things I think y'all as football fans that you can learn from NFL preseason. Obviously, you can't just look at the final box scores and tell which team is better than which team. A lot of times starters aren't playing. If starters do play, it may just be for a quarter. It may just be for a half. Sometimes it's just for a couple of series. But these are things I think you can learn from it. Number one, most importantly, is coaching. What you can learn from NFL preseason is how good of a head coach, OC and DC, that you actually have. A lot of times when you have generational players in football, especially offensively, if you have a quarterback, mainly quarterback, who is a generational talent, sometimes that covers up for the coach. And when you really get to see it is when you have rookies and younger players get on the field. What does the actual coaching look like? Because now if a second or third string player is playing, how well did they get coached? Number two, it tells you about your development team, as far as that you have in your organization for whatever team you like. As y'all know, I'm a Washington fan, right? Developmental, I mean the guys that work with the receivers or the DBs or the, you know, these assistant coaches, like the secondary coaches. How are they training these players up? What are their transition like from college to the NFL? Are they transitioning in a way where they can play right now? Because as we all know, you can't just look at football and say, oh, this guy's a first-round pick, he should be good. Y'all ever wonder why is a fifth-round pick? Sometimes he's a day one starter or a sixth-round pick. You see guys getting the fourth or third round, they end up being starters on day one. You're like, well, if they starters on day one, shouldn't they have been first-round draft picks? That's what you would think, right? But for me, the way I kind of think about it is it's the transition. We know that some positions transition better. Running backs transition immediately. Like I just saw Genty in his first game, looked pretty bad. Didn't get a lot of carries, but he had negative yards. In the second game, you saw the pop, you saw the explosiveness. It's the comfortability, getting used to the NFL speed and things of that nature. So number one is coaching. Two is your development team. And three, I think the number one thing you can really get from preseason is what you have on your roster to look forward to. Certain players really stick out in preseason. They might even be a third string player and they might stick out. And what you can tell yourself from that tape is this player sticks out so much because they have the potential to be a starter. And you may have a player in that spot right now, but that player should stick out. We saw Shadeursanders have a great outing. We saw jaxsondart have 2 great outings. I seen joemilton. I was slightly impressed, and I'm really just naming quarterbacks right now. But Travion Henderson looked good aside his last game. I just brought up Genty. You really for us in Washington, Josh Connolly tackle looked good. You get to really see when these players go up against the second and third string players, you're like, oh, these players have elite talent. And even if they may not be starting right now, but as long as the coaching staff and everybody's on the same page, that player is going to be a potential great player in the future, which we see all the time. Like, you might say, oh, we have this great tight end, and this tight end is going to retire eventually. And it's like, you got this guy. That guy is your guy. So when the draft comes, y'all don't even grab a tight end because you had a guy on your roster, even though he didn't play a lot. You've seen it in preseason. They popped out. And so those are kind of things I look for in preseason. I like to watch defensive backs a lot, because that's also a position that translates immediately. You step on the field and can you cover? It's because a lot of coaches don't show their full scheme. So you won't see a lot of defensive schemes. You're going to see a lot of man coverage unless your defensive scheme is a zone defensive, like where you got a base cover 3 defense that y'all kind of come out. That's y'all base shell that y'all really run. If it's a too high, whatever that is, most of the time that's what it's going to be, and the players just kind of get to play. And so, you throw wrinkles here and there, but it's the same offensively, right? What is your base offensive scheme? Are you 11 personnel? What kind of team are you going to run a spread? That's the base offense you're going to come in. And then you kind of get to see how those players are and how they develop, but also how they fit in y'all base scheme. And so I think that's what you can really get from preseason. Like I say, preseason is more fun than anything else. You can see a team lose all their preseason games, but be really good because, you got older vets. Some of those older vets don't play in preseason games at all. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of want to know y'all thoughts, man. I kind of get up and get hyped about the preseason because it's kind of the same reason I get so hyped about the draft. It's the future players of the league. Like, you get to see the future now. Like, especially for those of y'all like me who are in a dynasty league in fantasy football. Oh yeah, we need to see what these young players are going to be because those are going to be the next tier of players, that take over in the league as your older favorite player, whoever that may be, X's out of the league. So, man, I just want to know y'all thoughts, man. Y'all give me y'all thoughts. How do y'all feel about preseason? Is it worth watching? I know some fans don't watch it at all. It's like those games aren't real. I understand that perspective as well, but I think it's a way to knock the rust off for starters for a couple of series, and those are the 3 points that I gave. So this has been your boy Rick, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, holla at your boy, and just know I'm finna be back, man. So y'all about to see a lot more videos from LIB Media in the coming days. Y'all stay tuned. Be easy.
Who knows about Burrow? Here is the rookie, Krosky Merritt, touchdown.